All right. Hey, what's up, dev heads? Today we're gonna continue on episode 6 of our Battle of the Mic series. And today, what I want to go over is activating the timer when the game is about to start. I also want to go over spawn points, getting them ready for those who want to perform, getting like a spawn area and choosing random people from that spawn area. And after that, I want to improve the HUD a bit if I can. And if we have time, I want to start making a character using a character, I think it's called CC4, Character Creator 4, yeah. Just so we can have something to work with. I'm not a 3D modeler, so CC4 is my go-to software to create characters. So let's start. First thing first, let's open up our project, Rap Battle. Still thinking of a name, but so far we're going with Battle of the Mics. Go ahead and start the project. All right. And for those who are new here, this channel is called Dev Games 3085, and in which I go over how to create games using Unreal Engine 5, using blueprints, or sometimes I also work on UE5 projects. If you like tutorial videos, make sure you like and subscribe. I try to cover all things dev related. So yeah, start the project. I wonder why it's taking longer than usual. Normally it does not take this long. Tone map HDR color. That's something new. Okay, it's on our local hard drive, so it should be running faster than usual because I'm on a M.2 VMe. I'm gonna close the project and reopen it again. Hopefully we'll get it faster this time around. If I have anything that's bogging me down. Oh, let's launch 5.3. Okay. Rap battle. Let's hit open. Open it this way. Okay, great. Past the 75 percentage. All right. Here we have it. Our project called Battle of the Mics. Let's do a quick recap to see what we did previously. Previously, what we did was, let's see. What we previously did, let's hit play. We have it already semi working on multiplayer. I did install gas. We're gonna start utilizing the gas framework. And here, what I did essentially is create 2 stages for the performers. We're gonna make it either a singing or both, a singing and a rap game. So when we hit this sphere, when we overlap with it, we'll be taken to a stage, and then another player will spawn into another stage, and they'll go on a head-to-head singing or rap battle. The audience will determine who is the better performer. If you go to the left, the performer will get a point. But let's say if this performer decides to not vote this performer anymore, he can always pick the red team. And if you get out of the area, and obviously when the timer runs out, the winner is picked. So maybe I'll work on that as well, announcing the winner, either red or blue. And that's what we've got so far. So let's go ahead and expand on what we have. So first thing first, I wrote down trigger timer. So let's go ahead and trigger the timer whenever the stages are filled, which I believe already does that. So the timer does not start unless both performers are up on stage. There you go. Perfect. That's exactly what we need. But what we need is to make a spawning area for those who want to perform, and maybe a character or a player picker. So let's work on that first. Let's make this the player picker. We'll increase this a little bit, move it around, move it away from the overlapping. Slightly smaller or shorter. Perfect. Let's put a color on it so we can see it brighter visually. Outliner, the details, and perhaps we have to do it one by one. There you go. Change the material this way. Let's make it blue. Blue. There you go. We'll do the same thing here, here, and here. Let's make it one player so we can test it out visually. Perfect. Now, since it's dark, we'll have to add some lights. We added the spawn point over there. Add a spotlight. Center it. Try to get all axes centered. Perfect. Play. There you have it. Oh, get this out of the way so we won't interfere with the spawn. Put it back here actually, behind the player spawn. When we won't trip on it when we spawn in. Later on, we're going to delete that because we're going to use the spawn area to determine who wants to perform. Okay, perfect. Okay, it looks good visually. Oh, really? Maybe I do gotta change the course. Yeah, I might have to change the course on the CPU. I didn't think about that. Thank you, Sticky Games. Okay, Sticks, man. Thank you for tuning in. Regardless, appreciate you. Hopefully I'll be making more videos. Not next week, for sure. The week after. Been going through a lot, but I'm still here. Okay, back to the game. Let's go ahead and add a new actor so we can have overlapping, so we can determine what's overlapping in this area. We'll go back to the content folder. We'll right click and hit blueprint class. We're going to create a new actor and call it spawn or ready players. Yeah, let's call it ready players. We'll double click on this and let's set a capsule. Type of capsule. Let's see what we got. Capsule collision. Nah. Oh yeah, this could work for sure. We'll call it ready players. Ready players. So I like to put CL for collision. Compile, and we can start dragging the ready player capsule here. Once we spawn it in, we can enlarge it however we want. We could also enlarge it here if you don't wanna mess with it here on the level. You could also mess with it here, like increase the capsule size to 100, radius maybe another 100. Makes it almost like a circle. All right, man. Have a good night. Appreciate you. Here you go. 100. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna make it bigger. Let's make it 300. That's actually the height. So we'll go back to 100. The radius maybe here. Oh, radius is just how circular you want it. Oh, we'll tweak it here on the level design. Okay, so go ahead and hit the capsule and increase it close to the area that we created. Perfect. Now with this actor, we can determine what we want to do via blueprints. Hit play. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get the overlap features working. So what I like to do is always test my things out with a print stream. So what we'll do is hit the collision, capsule collision, and spawn in and add a on overlap begin. Yep. So just for a quick test, let's add a print string. Drag this here and call it triggered, I guess. Okay, let's compile and play. Yep, it works. Now we gotta make it trigger. Make sure it triggers the actor that we're playing, like the player actor. So we'll look for main character, I believe. Yeah, BP main character. So in order to test this, we'll just, so basically if it's working, it should trigger the same print string again. If it doesn't, we could always test fails by just putting here failed message. Go ahead and compile, play, and in theory it should work. Let's see. Yep, it works. Perfect. Now what we want to do is kind of add these players to an array. That way we can take these players and add them to the stage, whether it be the red or blue. It's been a while that I've done that, but I think we'll have to work with the game logic. What is it? The game mode. So it's this one right here. So ideally, we would like to first track all the players. It's been a while. This is where it gets kind of complicated. So let me recap on my previous project what I did, and then I'll apply it to this new project. Let me go ahead and add this here. Open up a project that I have more work done in that one. Bear with me, guys. Now we have to create an array of connected players. Let me start this via the top of my head. We'll add a character, and it has to be a player controller, I believe. It has to be an object reference. Okay. So by default, oops, wrong blueprint. This be the game mode. By default, I believe game mode has a post login. So this will pretty much get called every time somebody logs in. It's a good note to remember. You can see notification that a player is successfully logged in and has been given a player controller. We will also have to do stuff on the begin play. Okay. Event tick. I highly doubt we're gonna need this. Again, remember, try to avoid event tick if possible. It really bogs down your game. I'll eventually get to how to avoid it, but for now, let's try to avoid it. He's still waiting for my project. All right. See what I did previously. Blueprints. Oh. over here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Pretty much getting a quick recap. Let's do game mode. There you go. So what I did on the post login, okay, this is some advanced stuff. I did use anti-cheat on this one. So we did use a variable called connect to player, and it was a player controller. So let's do that for now. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is create a variable, call it connected players. This is some golden information right here, guys. So I wish I knew this when I started making a multiplayer game. And there's always gonna be better ways, better methods, but this is just enough info to get you guys started. So go ahead and make this an array. To do that, just hit this little line here and just make it an array. Let's drag this out, and we are gonna get it, and we're also gonna set it. What I did here, yes, I did that. Oh, we added to the add. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add players as they join the server. We're gonna add players to the array. Yeah, that's the better way. For some reason, it wouldn't let me drag this in. So I guess it's best to start from the source and then type in add. See? Oops, wrong add. Add array. Okay, so here we go. We're adding players to the array, and then see what else I did. That's it, I guess. It's that simple. Also, we'll have to keep track on who's leaving, but I'll do that later. And there is another event called, I think it's called disconnect or login. Something with post, maybe. I know there's another one. I think I have it here somewhere. Is it log out? Yeah, there you go. Event on log out. There you go. We can do the same thing. We could subtract the player that logs out. Actually, we could do it now. I don't know if it's subtract. No, I think it's another way. We'll take care of that later. I know it's a little bit more complicated, but for now, let's add the connected players there. Okay, so now that we have all the players added to an array, we can start making reference calls. Okay, let me see what I did here on the begin, just so I can. That's just spawn points. Yeah, that's not needed. Okay, perfect. See what else we can do with this. We got an error. Space BP player controller virus not compatible player controller. This is a player controller object, and this is a player controller object. It should be compatible. Let's take this away to see if that's causing the problem, and it is. Where's add? We want it to an array. Maybe array unique? No. In theory, this should work. This apply. what I did here. By the way, this is UE4, so some things might be a little different as well. Login. Check what I did. Players, add. It was a player controller. Maybe that's why I'm using a blueprint. Let's change the variable type to player controller. There you go. And then we have to choose change variable type. It does some type of it tries to do a refactor. And then once you're done, just hit play. Best thing to do is just delete it and put it back. Won't let me. Okay. File. Add. Boom. Boom. And eureka, we got it. Perfect. All right. Now that we got that, see what I could do. Okay, I know this is important. Okay, now that we know this works, delete that so we won't get confused. Going back to our actor ready player, and I guess we can add this to our an array. Okay, compile, create a variable player ready of, call it player ready, and gonna be variable type of BP main character. Call it an object reference. Compile and change this to an array. Compile again. Get this variable and put it here. All that, and now every time we overlap, we're just creating an array on this variable, a list of players basically. Now we also got to do a on component on end overlap. This is where it gets complicated. Okay. So once we get out of the ready player spawn, we're gonna have to subtract the players off this array list. So hopefully it works how I'm envisioning it in my head. Go ahead and do a subtract. Subtract. No, you can't subtract arrays that way. I know we have to recreate the array. So for now, I think I'll just recount the players again in the. Let me think what I'm gonna do. Oof, I think. There you go. Let's remove an item from this array. Okay. Hopefully this works. To determine if this works, what I'm gonna do is do a for loop. Actually, we'll do a for loop of all the content that's on. Yeah, for each loop. There you go. So for every item that we have in this variable, it'll spit out what we have. So what I'm gonna do is print. I'm gonna print string, and what I like to spit out is maybe, let's see what it has in the element array element. I'll do the same thing here for testing purposes. All right. Go ahead and test it out. We'll test it with one player first. All right, cool. It got the one element that's on the array once we overlap with the base. Now, in theory, if we get out of the base, it should not shoot out anything. Okay, that's a good thing. Now, to really test this, let's go ahead and add 2 players. We'll add 1 character there. And I do not like that. And be shooting out 2 players. Okay, so there's something going on. And nothing's shooting out when we leave. Okay. Let's go ahead and fix the code. There is an error here. First thing first, let's go ahead and get this one out of the way. Let's fix it. So let me go in. I'm gonna check something. Do this another way. Oh, you know what? No, that's get all players. I can't do that. See what I did to the previous one, the portal. What I did was I grabbed the player controller. I chose a destination. There's that one. Okay. Just to verify this works, I'm gonna make it teleport to the stage by copying what I did to the portal, which is located here. I'm gonna apply almost the same thing that we did, but here, just for testing purposes. So what I'm gonna do is get all actors of destinations, which is here and here. That's our destination actors. And then we're gonna grab the first spawn and increase it. Let's go ahead and copy this. And we're gonna apply it to the ready players spawn point here. We'll remove this for now. Paste it here. Move this down here so we can have more room to work with. And I'm gonna go ahead and copy this stuff to here. It's just a checker that the stages are not filled. We'll go ahead and apply it the very beginning. So obviously, since we copy and paste, these variables are not created, so we'll have to create the variables. And that's the only variable that I see that needs to be created. Perfect. So let's compile. I'm don't see no errors besides this one, which we don't need right now. Okay. And let's see if that works. In theory, it should take us to a stage once we overlap with it. And it does not. Okay. DY. It's scary. I don't think we need this right now. Let's overlap this. Getting the spawn points. Oh. What number does the spawn point start with? 0. Okay, perfect. Don't overlap. File and play. That's not working here. Let's see if it works for the client. No. So let's start debugging. Let's see where this fails. By at least testing out a print string and put it as close as you think it will break. So I think it'll break for that. And it's not even triggering there. So yes. Code is not running on. Again, overlap. Maybe this is not letting it proceed. Let's go ahead and test it with a fail. And let's go ahead and test it with a true, I guess. Whatever you guys think is best for your project. So it's failing. And let's see why this is failing. So obviously this is not letting it proceed. Here we put if 0 is greater than 2, it should go to true instead of false. That's actually pretty weird. All right, so what we're gonna do is bypass that just to see if it at least teleports you. Nope, doesn't even let it. Oh. That is strange. Okay. Back to debugging. Other actor should be here. Yeah. And go ahead and just take this away so I won't get confused. Oh, I see the target. Okay. We gotta put the target for the teleport location here. Compile, play. Let's test it out again. So that takes you to the stage. The other one should take you to this other stage. Okay. Okay, perfect. Now start adding the add the checker there. This works. No fail. Something's going on here. Let's see. On point number should be 0. Portal it was 0 as well. Integer was set to 0. 0. Got it was 1. Oh, I see. Because it's replicated. Oh. It is getting the destination, so that's a good thing. failing because it's 1.2. Nation of the first one, the chances to 1. Let's see what this prints out. Go ahead and print that. I'm just curious. It should, in theory, be 0. Still fails. 0 is greater than 2. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it has to be false. My goodness. I believe I overlooked that. Okay. Always the simplest things get you stuck. All right, works now. There you go. Now, okay, so that works. Great. So since we're no longer going to use the teleporter, we're going to delete the teleporter and we're going to start using the ready player actor. So right here, currently, the first 2 actors that let's test this theory. So we have 3 players. Essentially, the first 2 players that hit this overlaps with this will get teleported, and the third one or 4th or 5th. Okay, so there's a bug because in theory this one should be going to the stage. Okay, let's see what's going on. Those folds. Edit. Same here. Folds. Okay. Those 2. Make sure you start the timer and start the spawn point. See if it's properly set here. Yep, it's true. 1 equals 2. Okay. I replicate it. Nope, I replicate it. Okay. Okay, it works. And the third one shouldn't let you spawn in. And that was weird. And that's a server client issue. Let's try the server first. Okay. Nope, it works. Third one shouldn't be working. Okay, let's try both clients. I always like to test clients and servers because if you don't, then you sometimes get some wonky stuff. Client works. Let's try the second client. Yep, it works. Okay. Third one shouldn't be allowed in because the stages are full. Okay, perfect. Oh, that took a lot. Perfect. Now that we have a ready player area, timer starts. Perfect. That. What I'm gonna do next is create 2 types of timers. One to prepare the performers. Just give them like I guess we can add them and give them like 1 minute to get ready. Maybe write lyrics or music. So what we're gonna do is go to the game state blueprint. Should be under content, game logic, game state. Perfect. And it was not that one. It was the gas game state. Perfect. Currently, this is how our timer is set and it's activated. What we could do is, instead of making duplicates, is probably reuse the timer. Perhaps make a switch. See, what we want is when we the first stage, second one. Okay, and the timer starts. What I could do is make the timer yellow just to show that's your prep time, and I'll change it to white to show you that's your the time you got to battle against the other player, I guess. Yeah, so let's do that. The yellow timer will be like a prep time. So what we can do is, let's see. This is all top of my head, so bear with me. This is the delay. This is the seconds. This is the timer start. Let's start on the event tick. Okay. So here we can do a switch. Let's create a variable. Make it, let's do an integer and call it timer type. Okay. Let's drag this here and get it. We'll start off with the timer being 0. Yep. Let's do a switch on int. And let's add 0, I guess. Not do anything on default. So far we'll just, okay, let's think. On 0, we'll make that the ready, the prep. And on 1, we'll do the performance. So I guess what we can do, maybe make this an event as well. Yeah, let's make this a custom event and call this timer type or timer type change. There you go. We want the server to just control it. Let's just make it server for the replicates. Compile. Now let's add a variable. Or no, you know what? No, that's fine. Like timer type. Let's do that for now. Now let's go to the HUD. And since we want this to change colors for the prep time, we'll have to make a binding for the color and opacity. So here we'll go create a, let's start off with yellow as default. So let's go back to the visual design and make this yellow. We'll change the color by let me undo this first, see if I messed anything up. Let's make the color yellow, maybe a little darker. Fine. Make it here. Perfect. Now let's get the hex number so it could be all the same yellow. Copy and paste, and hit OK. So yellow will mean that that's our prep time. Perfect. Now what we want to do is change the color. So when the prep timer is over, we'll go to white. So let's go ahead and create binding. variable, call it color. What you could do is also paste the hex here. So that'll be our default color. Actually call it default color so we won't get confused. Or actually, you know what? Let's call it prep time. Timer color. There you go. More specific. Now what we want is another variable. Copy and paste this. Make it another local variable, I guess. Call it battle timer color. This is when we're battling. And let's make this white. Okay. So here we're gonna do a branch so we can change the color here. So let's make this. So if we'll create another variable, make it a boolean and call it battle question mark. For my booleans, I always like to end it with a question mark. Let's get this boolean, drag it to the condition. So if battle is going on, we want prep time color. What we're gonna do is drag these nodes together like that. If the battle is not going on, we want it yellow. So I got this backwards, sorry. So if the battle is going on, we want the battle color, which is white. And if the battle is not going on, we want this yellow. And there you have it. Now this boolean we're gonna change it, actually delete it and get it from the game state instead. So here we'll create the timer or the battle boolean. Go ahead and make this a boolean, compile, and get it or set. Then we'll delete this one here because we don't need it here. We gotta get it from the game state. So what we gotta do is get game state, pass it to the blueprint we're working with, which is BP gas game state. This is the one we created. It's a custom game state. Go ahead and put this together, and from here we're gonna get our boolean called battle boolean. This will tell the HUD whether to be yellow or white. Now we're gonna go back to our game state, and we gotta keep changing the boolean. So okay, what we need to do is here. Okay, so it's yellow. So it will yellow. It's the prep time. The battle starts at 1, so we set this to true. Okay. Later on, I probably add more timer types. That's why I could have gone with the boolean here, and also I could also gone with the string, which I might change later on. But for now, let's just do this. Okay. So let's go ahead and call the timer type change here. Write this note here. Write this note here. Okay. So these two variables will control the colors. Pretty much it. Now we gotta now we gotta determine where the changes are gonna be called. So essentially, we're gonna start with 0. 0, it should be yellow. So let's hit play. Perfect. yellow. If we change this to true, that should be white. Yeah, perfect, it works. The reason why it's not all of it is because we didn't adjust all the text, so we have to adjust it in the HUD. But let's go back to the design. As you can see, that has a function. So what we can do is go to the colon, add a new binding, and let's copy and paste basically this. So this is for the colons. Delete this, paste, add this together, compile. 1 second, test. Okay, perfect. All right, and since these are local, let's go ahead and promote to local variable. You know what? I messed up. I should not create a local variable. I should make it just a global variable. Go ahead and change that. Sorry, guys. So what we're gonna do is delete these local variables. Auto timer color. And make it as a global variable. So battle prep timer. All right. Promote to a variable. It's gonna be battle timer color. Prep timer color. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and make this white file. And for the prep will be yellow. Copy this now. It should carry over to the colon. Over here. File. Perfect. See? No more errors. It could still remain a local variable, but I will have to do that for every function. So let's make it global for now. Now what we're gonna do is also change the color the second. So let's create another binding, delete this one, and paste it. Compile, play, and as you can see, they're yellow. Server does not see it as a prep time because maybe we forgot to replicate a variable. So right now, let's determine which one we need to replicate. So let's go ahead and try to replicate this. Assuming this error is happening because of this. Let's see. See if I'm right. And nope, I'm not. Wait, actually, sort of right. It all matches, but that all should be. Oh yeah, I am right. So in theory, you're not battling when you start. You're battling when the timer type changes to 1. So hopefully this makes everyone yellow. Yep. Yep. All right. Perfect. So if things are out of sync, most likely you have a variable that's not replicated. And to determine that, it's either, for me, it's second nature, it's practice, but as you blueprint more, you'll get the hang of it. But the reason I knew it was the Boolean was because the Boolean is determining the color change. And that's a big clue to tell you that these are not syncing properly. So to fix it again, just make sure you set that variable to replicate it. All right, so let's go on and and change the color. So what we're trying to do is change the color to white when the battle begins. Okay. As you can see here, everything works properly. The timer's going down, but we need that prep time. So we need to go ahead and go back to the BP game state. Okay. So once we're spawned into the stages, the timer starts ticking. Okay, perfect. Timer is done. Okay, here we have this variable that says timer is done. So what we could do is call an event instead. Or actually, yeah, timer after. Okay. Okay, so what we could do is get the timer type, set it to number 1. Number 1 determines that the battle is beginning. So what we're going to do is set it to 1 for now. And then we're going to call this, then we're going to reset the timer. So we're going to, let's say the rounds are like 1 minute and 30 seconds. So what we're going to do is set the seconds and set the minutes. So let's set it to 1 minute and 30 seconds. Okay. Then what we need to do is change the color, which I think this is all we need to do. You know what? I don't even think we need this yet. So let's go ahead and remove it for now. We'll probably need it later, but for now, let's keep it simple. All right. So here we can just simply grab the battle boolean variable and set it to true. So let's go ahead and see if it works. All right. So let's fill out the stages. Boom. Boom. And that shouldn't be happening. On a bug, which I'll probably come back and fix it. Yeah, the round is starting. I think it's because I edited something here. We're getting close, guys. Here. It has to do with the overlap. Yeah. Shouldn't be starting with one player. See what's going on here. Let's print this variable here. Thinking the problem is with the spawn number. That's where my guess is. Not even printing. It's not even the. Let's close out of this so I won't get confused. So let's go ahead and hit print. This over here, this over here, and let's see what the spawn number is. File, play. Okay, let's see. 1011. So we're getting different variables. I see. Again, I think this is a replication issue. This is the Let's see if this helps. Make this to replicate it. Compile, play. We're starting still. There's 101. I have this on the client. One person for now. Counting as 2. Oh, it's triggering 2 times. Here it's triggered once. That's weird. You know what? I think this is an overlap issue. So let's run a do once for now. And if it completed, that completed. And we'll call the completed function and put it on false or on. Let's see if this semi works. Okay, calls once. It's a good thing. I'll go ahead and go back and make it more polished, but for now I just want to get it working. Then we can always polish it once we go back. So right now I'm going to test with 2 players. Okay, and there you go. The code runs once. That's a quick temporary fix. I'm pretty sure there's better ways to do it, but for now, let's go ahead and stick with that one. So essentially what I did was, overlaps are not always a good way to add points or call things. Sometimes it runs twice for whatever reason. It could be due to lag. So what I did as a temporary fix was I went to the Ready Player Collider and I ran it once. So once all this code is done, you'll be able to run it again, but it won't be called once all this code is running. I ran a do once node. So let's go ahead and play. Perfect. And the timer should be going down now. Perfect. Now, once the timer, in theory, once the timer runs out, there should be a color change to white, because this is our prep time. This is where we get ready to write lyrics and whatnot. I will increase it to a minute later, but for testing purposes, 30 seconds should be enough. So we should start fresh from 1 minute and 30 seconds, and the timer should turn white. There you go, and the timer goes down. And of course, we're gonna have to change "you are the winner" until the white timer runs out. So let's see if we can fix that real quick. First of all, this is being called in the HUD. You are the winner. Let's go ahead and check out the function here. I want to reset the values. Go to the graph instead. I know we changed "you are the winners" right here. Perfect. So when timer is done, we are gonna display it. So we gotta change where the timer is done variable is set to true, which is on the guess. I could tell you right here, right off the bat, it's on the game state here. So instead of setting the timer is done here, what we need is, okay, this is where we are going to need this here. Let's go ahead and delete that. So on 1, timer should be done. Or we should just do it here and set a branch to determine if it's the battle timer. So if it's true, timer is done. Now the branch should be determined by the timer type. Get the timer type. It equals to greater or equal to 3. So here, instead of setting a fixed variable, we're just going to add 1. I remember that. Yeah. Timer type. Let's get that timer type, and we'll add 1 to it. So we start off with 0. When it hits here, it's going to turn to 1. Yeah. Let's test it. It's the only way one way to find out if this works is to test it. So let's make the minutes 0 round to 1. Okay, perfect. And then the actual game, we're gonna shorten it because I don't want to wait that long. Let's actually make it 20 seconds. 20 seconds for the timer and for the prep, for the battle and for the prep timer. All right, let's go. Boom. Okay, timer should start. Ticking down. I'll recap what I did if this works real quickly. So now I should turn white and reset back to 20 seconds. Okay, and then now here essentially we're battling. And then after this is over, this should call out the winner. And it did not work. Okay, let's see what happened. Well, let's see if this calls out the winner. Because if it does, then I know what happened. Okay, so I kind of know what happened. Instead of changing it to 3, let's just change it to 2. I think that's the problem. But yeah, let's get to the stage first. Trigger the timer. Okay. I'm gonna change it to 10 seconds later. I'm an impatient guy. We call out the winner in theory now. Yep, perfect. We do want the timer to stop ticking. So let's see what's. I'm pretty sure all we gotta do is create another variable. Yeah, we need to change the timer to false. I believe to make it stop ticking is set this to false by doing this. So this controls the timer tick. So instead of calling it timer, let's get witty with our variable names by just put timer tick. There you go. Timer is done. So this will timer. Let's call this timer color. That way we narrow it down and we won't forget what are these variables controlling. Anyways, let's change it to 10 seconds to do a quick faster test. Round seconds to 10, 0, change it here to 10. Okay, do a quick test. And spawn in. 10 seconds is our prep time. After 10 seconds, it should turn to white. I can even add a message in the middle of the screen to say like fight or battle. And then now it turned to white. And then after this, it should announce the winner. And the timer should stop. Yep, the timer did start. Perfect. And that is awesome. Now, what can we do now? Let me see if I can add the winner player name. No, that would require something else. I'll save that for another episode. See what is our time that we've been recording live player though on for. One hour and 22 minutes. Okay. Let's see what I could do. Let's add a character actually. Let's give this game a little bit more spice. Currently we're using default Unreal Engine 5 models, which still look cool. I ain't a modeler, so I use this program called Character Creator 4. Very cool, very quick prototype for character creating. Let's go ahead and launch it. We'll create a quick character, and maybe you guys can implement this in your projects. I like Character Creator 4 because they also provide a plugin you can install, and it works very nice. Load in. Okay, project has turned on. Perfect. Let's create. Let's see what we got. Start off with a character, I guess. Project. CC. Yeah. Characters. All right, let's start with the character create the CC4 updated model. Start off with this character. We're going for the the stereotypical urban feel. So I'm gonna rock those basketball shoes and whatnot. Give that urban feel to it. So here's the beginning of our character. Let's go with hats. Right. Let's go with clothes. Gotta start off with the head. Let's do that. Hair. Nah. Bald. Makeup. That's skin. Oh, here you go. Clothes. Okay. What we got for hats? Cloth, stage. Perfect. It's been a while that I use this app, so only got accessories. All right, here we go. Hat. I like this one. Nice, nice. Gotta get. Oh man, you gotta give it that shades. Perfect. There you go. Ah, you're looking like a rapper already. Perfect. Let's see what we got for shirts. Hmm. Hmm. Plain white tee. Why not? Perfect. Oh my god. All right. Pants. What we got here? Mm, need something baggy. Slim Jims. All right, let's go with the slim jeans. Why not? Mono wrapper. All right, let's go with the shoes. Get the basketball ones for sure. Got any basketball shoes? Run it. Let's see what we got here. Oh, a little too goth for my taste right now. There's nah. This nah. Got here anything? Ooh, basketball shoes. Here we go. Bam. Should we go for the red? Maybe. No, this is actually pretty fitting. Perfect. All right, there's just one little bug here on the hat. I believe to fix that, you gotta go to, let's see, gotta select the hat, I guess. Boom. And I know there's an option somewhere to adjust. Did it mesh? Yeah. Okay, okay. Mm, you select the face. Like this, or is it a select? Oh, there you go. Select these faces. There's several ways to do this, but I'm going with what I remember. So what we need to do is kind of pull it out. Okay, another way. Shrink or grow? Grow. Oh no, a selection. Back it again. Oh, sculpt. There you go. Just bring it out. So there's two types here, brush types. I guess I'll just pull it. There you go. That's simple. There you go. We got Mr. Worldwide here. Dale. Perfect. All right. Let's see if we change the features a little. Yeah, we don't want to go with default facial. Oh wait, we gotta select the face. Okay, actually, I think we have to like fine. Get out of here. There you go. I guess you had to exit out of there. Now let's go with the body. And this morph. Yep. There you go. So as you can see, you could really customize your character with Character Creator 4. Really, really recommend this project. I mean, this program. Let's start off with the face. The head. Guess we can start using this. Oh, okay. Okay. This man. I'm just going with what I feel, what I like. I'll adjust the hat later, I guess. I gotta readjust it. Too skinny. That's cool. Wow. Okay. And forehead. Can't really tell. Go with the bro. Eyes. Can't see the eyes. Ears. This guy has some big ears. Give him some character. There you go. Some cheeks. Let's see. Cheekbone depth. Give him a little bit of cheekbones. Okay, the height. Cool. Oh, no. Yes. Let's not make it asymmetrical. Face flat. Let's see. Oh, that looks cool. Okay. Face flat. Nah. Do we want dimples? Nah. Nose. Let's play with the nose a bit. Give him a little big nose. Slightly big. Nose width. Go. Gonna make him look like Tommy from Power. Give it a little twist. There you go. Nose flat. He looks cool like this. Leave the nose alone. I want to give him a little bit of lips, just a little bit more. Mouth width. There you go. Height, no, too high. Depth is fine. We'll leave that alone. Hip upper skill. Yeah. Nah, it looks too big on the side. Increase it a little. Perfect. Okay, I guess chin. Let's see how I feel about the chin. I see the width. Let's give him a little character. Change to the left side. And width. Too much of a chin. Fine. Maybe a little longer. Yeah. Square. That looks cool. Okay. Nails. Fine. Um, bro. Brow. Eyes. Can't see them, so that's fine. Let's adjust the hat one more time. We can start adding this character to our game. Okay. Go to edit mesh. Oh. Mesh. Go ahead and scope. Zoom in so we can do this properly. Use these tools. I know there's key shortcuts, but I haven't used this program in a while, so go ahead and start fixing these polys. Perfect. Let's check the back just to make sure we didn't get it set properly. Perfect. All right, there we have it. Let's go to home. And let's hit edit mesh to be selected. Heck yeah. There you go. First rapper or performer. Let's go ahead and take a picture because I feel like I need to render image. Anyways, let's go ahead and add it to our game. Get the tool for Unreal Engine. This is the plugin we need to add to Unreal Engine. It's free. Unfortunately, Character Creator isn't. They do give you trials. So but the tool is free. Make sure you get the right version. See what version we're downloading. You can see this thing has a lot of features. Right now there is a sale, so. Oh yeah, this is for right here. You can sell by the version here. So let's download that. And we're done. This, yes. So I'm gonna show you how to install this on Unreal Engine to your project. Let's go ahead and accept the terms. Perfect. Once you're done installing, it gives you folders for the Unreal Engine type. So make sure you click on the right Unreal Engine version you're using. And let's close out of this. Actually, let's save our work. Let's put it on the desktop for now and call this guy let's call him Johnny. Uncle Johnny. Cool. Looks like a Johnny. Go ahead and copy this. And then we're going to have to look for a project, which is here. And this will tell you where exactly you need to put it in the content folder. Oh, right here. So what we can do is just drag this out, or actually copy and paste. And there you have it. Our plugin should be in our Unreal Engine project now. What we need to do is activate the plugin by going here and searching up for Character Creator, CC4, I believe. If you don't see it, you might have to reset your project, I think. This rap battle is pasted there. Let's go ahead and save our project. I'm gonna reload it. Just go ahead and open it again. To our library, launch 5.3.2. This time we are using the latest version. Go ahead and open rap battle again. Or is it? I'm blind. Here it is. Okay. I never imported CC4 characters on UE5, so this is kind of new to me. Bear with me. So I did detect the plugin. Go ahead and manage the plugins. CC4 or character. Yeah, here you go. Perfect. It's here and it's enabled. Great. Now, this new icon should show up, and let's go ahead and click on that. Let's go for HQ shaders to get the high quality shaders on our model. We are using UE5, so we can take advantage of that. So let's go ahead and apply. Okay. Okay, so let's create a folder just to test our import. Let's call it characters. We already have a folder called characters, so characters CC4. There you go. Now, this is that. Okay, let's go back to the app. And I believe we have to export this model. I go into character, export. There you go. And I export it as a FBX and a clove character. Perfect. So here, instead of Maya, we'll do Unreal. Go ahead and I think we have motion, so let's just do the mesh for now. Okay. What they got for motions, just curious. No, let's just do mesh. Okay, so embedded textures, I'll leave that unchecked. Delete hidden features unchecked. No baking. Volt pulse. Yeah, let's leave that at default. Other setting. Okay. Oh, LODs. LODs is, I don't know if we need LODs for UE5 because I believe that UE5 allows more polys to be rendered. Doesn't due to, I think it's Nanite or yeah, let's go ahead and export it there. Yeah, cool. So we're gonna create on our desktop another folder. Call it character rap battle. For the sake of organizations, let's go ahead and make subfolders. Guy is Johnny. And let's start exporting the files here. Save. All right, so we exported our character and going by the name of Johnny. So what we're gonna do now is create another subfolder on our character CC4 folder inside the game. And let's call this Johnny as well. Now I believe it should automatically work as soon as you drag the FBX there. Select HQ shaders. Okay. Let's wait. Probably thinking. Perfect. Go to mesh, import for animations. Okay. I mean, let's go ahead and try it out. See if it works. So this plugin is pretty much pretty much getting the textures and getting it ready for the game. I think it converts the textures to Unreal Engine. It's pretty cool if you ask me. All right, successfully ported Johnny. All right, let's give it a minute so that builds the shaders. Okay, I believe it has it as an Unreal Engine pose as well. There you have it. You got Johnny. A few glitches here, which I'll probably have to go over again. Top of my head, I think the boxers is going through the jeans. I'll go ahead and probably have to do some editing, but I'll do that for another video. Let's go ahead and see if we can convert Johnny to the Unreal Engine mannequin. Okay, so what we'll need to do is let's see if this works right off the bat. By going to our main character blueprint here. Oh, man, if this works right off the box, oh my god. Johnny. I doubt it. Oh, it kind of does. Oh wow. The hands are the only thing that is incorrect. Wow. All right, guys. Look at that. Let's see if I can fix the hands real quick. But for the most part, I'm surprised they were right off the bat. Okay. First wrapper. That's awesome. I'm assuming the reason why it looks like that is because the pose is incorrect. Go ahead and compare it with this is Johnny's natural pose. And let's go ahead and look for the mannequin's natural pose. Characters, mannequin, meshes. No, that's the old one. Mannequin, meshes. Okay, this is the new one. So the hands are different. That's why it's having issues. If I remember how to do this. Chat, if you guys know how, feel free to help me out. But let me go ahead and try to do this on top of my head. No, there has to do with the view post. Go back to Johnny. Yeah, most likely this color. By pose. hands are like this. Just the hands are slightly more to the side. That's why we're having that issue here. We really gotta make it match here. I retarget her incorrectly. Yeah, I made her hand wider. It's almost there, guys. I'll probably have to go over how to do it, but hey, at least we got them in 90% there. That's improvement for me. Okay, that's good. Okay. Give it one more. Let me see if I could actually get it right. If not, then I'll probably have to end it here. I think it was built for UE4, that's why. See what happens if I change the one for UE4. BP win. Same way. UE4. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna end it here, guys. I'm pretty sure it's a simple fix, but I'll have to review on how to fix this, and I'll get back to you on the next episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be sure to continue this episode, these series. Hope you enjoy it. Like and subscribe, guys. That would really help me out a lot. And hasta la vista. Thank you, guys.